Hey, Sno-King County. So, have you wondered what earnest money is? How much should you use for earnest money? How do you lose earnest money? We don't want to do that. Well, stay tuned. I'm going to talk about that right after this. Hey guys, so today on this beautiful fall day, I wanted to talk to you about earnest money. So first, let's start with what is earnest money? Earnest money is the money that you as a buyer put into the escrow account to show the seller that you're earnest or serious about purchasing their home. And that also serves for the seller as their remedy if you default. So how much should you do for earnest money? I recommend between 1% and 3% of the purchase price. I know that sometimes you may not have that much money set aside because you need money for earnest money, you need money for your inspection, you need money for your appraisal. So there's a lot of cash that is needed like right up front when you purchase a home. So we will try to work with what you can afford and presenting that to the seller. And sometimes it is what it is. But in a competitive offer situation, of course, there are times where you will want to do as much earnest money as possible so that if there are two identical offers that the seller is considering, it may come down to who's offering the most earnest money. So that is what earnest money is. And in general, as a buyer, there are many ways that you get it back at the beginning of a transaction. So you get it back if the house fails inspection. You get it back if the seller can't provide clear title to you. You get it back if you make a good faith effort to obtain financing and then you're not able to actually get the financing. If you waive those contingencies, like you waive your inspection contingency, you waive your title contingency, you waive your financing contingency, you don't get your earnest money back. So, speaking of not getting your earnest money back, here's how you lose your earnest money.
Who'd you talking about?
You flake out. So my really sage advice here is don't flake out. And by flaking out, I mean that near the end of the transaction, you change your mind and you simply say, I don't want the house anymore. Or, oh my gosh, I want to go live somewhere, whatever it is. At the end of the transaction, if you flake out, then you can lose your earnest money. Now, if it comes to something where you feel like you have the right to get the earnest money back and the seller feels differently, then we're going to have to refer you to a real estate attorney to help you try to get that earnest money back.
Your Honor, I object.
You would!
Bastard!
Hey, quiet!
So basically, my advice is don't be a flake. And then you don't have to worry about getting your earnest money back. So this was a super quick video, but I did want to talk about what is earnest money and ways to preserve it. And if you have any questions about real estate or have any real estate needs, you know what to do, I hope, which is please give the Lisa Bender team a call where you get old-fashioned service using today's tech. And until I have a chance to talk to you, take good care. Bye-bye.